Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Erickson TV. Curtis here with Lauren. Hello Lauren.
Hey Curtis, hey everybody.
Hey Lauren, I thought I'm gonna call this episode "Time Flies."
Okay.
I have many discussions with my clients, especially as they get into the retirement years, and we always talk about how the year seems to be going by faster. Time is going by very fast, and it was interesting on the way into work today. Usually I read the USA Today, but today I thought I would listen to the radio on the way into work, and they were having a discussion about this study done by the University of Dublin, and they talked about how for species, like depending on the size of the species, the smaller of the species, the study proved that time goes by slower for that species. So
really,
they study flies.
Okay.
Human fly, and they said that the human fly, they determined as time looks to them, goes by much slower. So like they use the example when we watch like a movie on TV, like a video or something like that. If a fly looks at that screen, they're seeing like the individual screens go by.
Oh, interesting.
Time. So they determined that the smaller the species, time seems to go by slower. And then they equated that to maybe like an infant or a baby.
Right.
They're much smaller, and also perhaps because their brains are not as developed and smaller, that the time goes by slower for children. Waiting for the next birthday for gifts or something.
Right.
Because I don't know about you, but I'm going to ask you the question. But another study done was that as people get older, it's not just their physical size, but also because they have more thoughts and more memories, more experiences to kind of go back to, that their brain becomes more scattered, and so actually time maybe does seem like it's going by faster because they're not really focusing on the moment.
Right.
Perhaps. So what's your take on that?
That's very, very interesting. I think that might have something to do with why you can learn things so much faster as a small child.
Because you're kind of grasping at knowledge.
Yeah, because when you try to learn something, like this is not going to be what you thought we were going to talk about here, but like when I try to learn dancing, right? Okay, how do I learn it? I watch YouTube videos and I click them, pause them. Pause, play, so that you can see each little incremental movement. That's how you have to learn things. And if you think about the things that like a baby learns, I mean, it's extraordinary that a baby learns how to talk that quickly, or learns something as complex as language that quickly. Maybe part of it has to do with the fact that it's hitting them more slowly.
Right.
But as far as getting older, one of the interesting things is I don't really remember very well being a kid, but I would say certainly that in my 30s, time has gone by much slower than it did in my 20s. Because in my 20s, I was vastly more scattered. I mean, maybe I know more now.
So you're focusing.
Yeah, but I'm a lot more focused than I was in my 20s. I was a mess. I was all over the place. Okay. So,
so my two takeaways from these studies are two things. The fun part is that might explain why when that one little fly gets into your house and you can't kill it, you want to try to kill it because the fly can see my movements much slower. But the more important thing is like when I go on vacation after like a busy month of work, sometimes it takes me like a full week to kind of clear my brain out until I start getting into the flow of that vacation, the pacing of it. But I think for our retired clients and even our clients that are still working, the takeaway is kind of what Lauren experienced. Focus on some quality moments and lose some of the less important things. Perhaps time will slow down for you a little bit, and you could kind of stop that perpetual cycle of time going by too fast. So, thank you very much for watching this episode of Erickson TV. We'll see you next time. Bye now.
See you next time.